good? Thank you guys for joining me in today's video. If you guys are new here, my name is Santos. If you guys are returning subscribers, what's good, fam? Thank you guys for the continued support and welcome back to another video. So firstly, apologies for my absence. I know I haven't done a makeup tutorial in about a month. Y'all, I've been going through a lot over here, okay, with Mama Firecracker. There's just been so much life changes over here happening, and I'm just trying to go with the punches. And it's been so much stuff happening, like one thing after another. It's been a domino effect, y'all. Like my mental health is just like in shambles, okay? But I have a great support system. My friends have just been there, to support, and I appreciate you guys. You guys know who you are. I'm very grateful for you guys. I'm so blessed to have you guys in my corner, and when I am weak, you guys really truly are my crutches, so thank you guys. So let's get into this video. So today we got to play with a new eyeshadow palette to my collection, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you guys to that. I do have a little bit of a story for you guys, so I'm gonna make it very short, but let me go ahead and introduce you to the featured palette in today's video. So let me go ahead and introduce you guys to the beautiful and brand new Bperfect Cosmetics x Stacy Marie Carnival 5 palette. This is called the Interstellar palette. Y'all, this palette is it is so gorgeous. If you guys haven't seen the color story, let me go ahead and show you guys what the color story looks like. Oh my god, come on now, come on! This is a motherfucking vibe. Okay, excuse my French, guys. The color story is just beautiful, from the beautiful vivid mattes to the beautiful shimmers to the beautiful glitters. Like, it is everything you need in a palette, and it's just a vibe. I literally this morning I had a completely different look in mind. I was actually going to do a very galaxy inspired look, but I wound up cleaning my brushes earlier with my Cinema Secrets brush cleaner, and y'all, I literally was getting patchiness in my eyeshadow. Now that's very unnormal when it comes to the Carnival series. All of her palettes give what they need to give, and I was just very surprised. So I reached out, like after the third time I wiped it off, and I was like, let me get some reinforcements. So I reached out to my good girlfriend Tatanisha, our favorite, my boo, our boo, okay? So I told her what was going on, and I asked for her opinion, and we pretty much came to the conclusion that it was the brush cleaner, that there was still residue on the actual brushes, and that I needed to let them dry. There's a little bug here. So a little longer. I needed to let them dry a little longer. So I got a completely different set of brushes, and I worked with what I had, and yeah, that's how we got here. But initially I did want to do a purple look. However, I knew that I needed to come back with a banger, okay? And I was like, we are not stopping until we create something out of the norm, and here we are. Guys, I've never created a rainbow look like this, and y'all, I am just mind blown. Okay, I had to come back with the fire. You guys already know. So let me go ahead and give you guys a close-up look of today's look, y'all. So let's get into this beautiful glam. Okay, so let me just explain something really quickly before you guys come for me. There is a little bit of patchiness here. And that's my fault because the pastels weren't gripping. Again, I was having a lot of issues with this eye. This is the one that was getting the patchiness. But I wind up putting powder. I was layering the shadows, and then I wind up putting the bases on top of it, and then putting more eyeshadow on top of it. So that's why it looks like that. But if you guys look here, it is buttery and smooth and intense, okay? So it is not the eyeshadows. It definitely was my technique, but nonetheless it still looks fire. Like, I'm obsessed with today's look, and I hope you guys are. Now let's get into some details, guys, because it's always about the little things. Okay, so if you guys can see here, I have beautiful star glitters. I also use some rhinestones. Oh my gosh, I was like, we're definitely making it interstellar. We're definitely doing some type of galaxy inspired look. So This is it. And then I also incorporated a pink highlighter because I was just like, we can't just do a normal highlighter. We have to bring it. So that is the look. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Guys, I put a lot into this video today. I definitely needed to come with a banger for you guys. That way you guys don't forget about me. I'm going to stop yapping and get into the video. So you guys already know, if you guys are lovers of my content, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the Ignitions family if you guys aren't already. Don't forget to spread the word on your new favorite influencer. And without further ado, guys, enjoy the tutorial. What's good, everyone? You guys already know, jumping right into voiceover. So here is a close-up of today's look, and you guys already know, but before we get into it, let's get into some prepping. So up first is a product that I'm actually really surprised that I'm obsessed with at the moment. This is the Artist Couture Silky Lip Oil, and y'all, I dropped my other lip oils for this one, and I've been using this one non-stop, and I really love it. So shout outs to Artist Couture. Alright guys, let's get into eyeshadow primer. We are going to, of course, use the best of the best, the PLouise eyeshadow base in Rumor number 2. I am going to blend that out with a kabuki style brush. And once that eyeshadow base is blended out, we're ready for the eyeshadows. So let me go ahead and introduce you to today's featured eyeshadow palette. Today we're going to be playing with the Bperfect Cosmetics in collaboration with Stacy Marie Carnival 5 Palette. This is the Interstellar palette, and y'all, look at this color story. It is gorgeous, very unique, and the glitters in this palette are out of this world, literally. So up first, we're going to work with the grays in the palette. So we're going to work with Odyssey, First Man, and Dark Side. So I am taking First Man, and I'm going to draw a outline of my graphic eyeliner. This I would highly suggest that you guys take your time, of course, and remember that everybody's eye shape is different. So if you are going to recreate this look, make sure that you're doing the liner to fit your eye shape. So if you guys are not really good at doing this, or you haven't mastered your eye shape, definitely take a nude eyeliner and almost shape your eye like that, because it's easier to wipe it away that way than just going with a black, even though there are ways or methods to go ahead and correct that. If you guys are trying to do this with a black eyeshadow like I am, you can take a little bit of the micellar cleansing water with a lip applicator and go ahead and clean up that way. So that's just a little tip for you guys. So jumping right into our bases, we are going to use the PLouise bases. Again, these are the colored bases, and y'all, this is the first time that I ever used them all in one tutorial, and y'all, I've outdone myself. I'm just so surprised. Everything was just working beautifully. I didn't do this on the other eye, so that's why the other eye is not as vivid as this eye, because that's what I wanted, and I just figured, why not just try these bases for the first time? And here we are, and I absolutely am obsessed. So I'm going to point out to the shades that I'm using only because it's a lot of work to hold this palette up. So I'm going to be using the color Friction, which is the pink. I'm going to use the peach, which is called Classified. I'm using the yellow, which is called Luna. I'm using that teal, which is called Earthbound, and then the blue is called Pluto. Okay, so we're going to start off with the color Luna, which is the yellow, and then I'm going to go ahead into the peach color, which is called Certified, then the pink, which is called Friction, which is really gorgeous, by the way. Then I'm going into Earthbound, that beautiful teal color, and then Pluto, okay, in that same order. And once everything is nice and packed down, I'm going to re-intensify everything from the blue all the way into the pink, okay? So once you have that first initial layer, it is beautiful as is, but I did want it to be as vivid because they're also they're pastel, they're very light shades, so I wanted them to really just melt into each other but also be vivid at the same time, if that makes sense. So once I went ahead and laid down all the colors, you guys can see this palette just was outperforming my own expectations. So here's where we should be at, guys. Just gorgeous. The blend is beautiful. So going back into those grays, I am gonna go back into First Man and really just define those lines. So I'm gonna work now on the upper crease. Now I'm not gonna hold you guys this to take a minute because I'm again
I'm very new to doing these kind of intricate looks on my eye shape, so I'm still learning my eye shape. But you're gonna see on the top that I blended too much and I had to go back and forth, but that's usually the name of the game, is to go back like when you're doing corrections, because you're taking away, you're adding that, and that's just honestly how the name of the game works, and you just have to keep on going back. And what I'm trying to say is just trust the process, guys. Trust the process. It works, okay? I should have... I liked how the blend came out here, as you guys can see. But then I went ahead and started cutting my crease. And I brought the cut crease really high, as you guys are gonna see in a little bit. Like, I gave the definition and everything was coming together. It's just that I brought the cut crease way too high and it took the definition, so I had to redefine everything again. You're gonna see that in a second, but nonetheless, the eyeshadows truly performed. As you guys can see, like, they're very vivid, like they're doing what they need to do, and I was totally here for it. But I didn't want to go ahead and cut out anything, you know, just for the tutorial, because honestly, this is a realistic look and it is very achievable with work and technique. Okay, guys, so I'm just being 100 with you guys. But here we are, we're just redefining those lines and just making them nice and sharp. I did leave a negative space on both the first the graphic liner and the cut crease, well, the top crease. Okay, so now we're gonna go into starting to cut the crease. I'm gonna go ahead and use the PLouise eyeshadow base in Rumor number 2, and of course my Made by Mitchell paint and blank canvas. So I'm gonna mix them so that way they don't dry really quickly, because if you know, blank canvas dries really quickly and it can get very thick really quickly as well. So I like to use more of the PLouise base, the Rumor number 2, and just add a little bit of the Made by Mitchell paint. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So this is what I was saying. You see, I brought the crease up too high, so it took all of the dimension away. But again, I did re-add all of that after I blended the base out. Okay, as far as the shape is concerned, I like the other side a lot better than this side, but I do like the vividness of the colors on this side because I got to use the bases. So each eye I like differently for different reasons, but again, I'm not perfect and we're just playing with makeup, guys. It's not that serious, you know, but I love how the look came out. This is the first time that I've done a look like this and I'm just like, oh my god, mind blown. Alright, so going back into the tutorial, guys, I am going to take a glitter from MAC Cosmetics. This is an old glitter. This is all stars. I wanted to keep it in theme with that interstellar, you know, galaxy kind of inspired look. So I'm taking some lash glue and I'm just laying down those stars with a rhinestone picker, and here's where we should be at. I am going to add a little bit of rhinestones just to add dimension to those stars. So it's almost like a background for the stars. I wanted to go ahead and, because the stars are not really tiny, I wanted to add just very tiny stones to make it look like there's stars behind it. You guys know my vision, right? So it's just, look at this, so beautiful. It's the details for me. Alright guys, so jumping right back into the palette, we are going to go into the color Moonwalk. Now Moonwalk is a silver glitter, just stunning and out of this world, y'all. I did get to use the same shade in my next tutorial, my upcoming tutorial. So good. I'm just obsessed with this palette, y'all. All right guys, so let's go into some pencil liner. I am gonna go into the LA Girl Shockwave liner in Blackout, and yes guys, you can actually get a thin line with a pencil. You just have to push the pencil into the lash line instead of like pulling on your lid. If you just push it into the lash line and just be careful with it, you guys can achieve a straight thin line. Okay, don't be scared of it. To go into a waterline, we are going to use the TooFaced Kilowatt eyeliner in Killer Cashmere, and it's just a nude liner. And then for mascara, you guys know my holy grail at the moment, which is the One Size Fantasize mascara. You guys know how I feel about this. This mascara is lit. So here's where we should be at. Now let's jump right into complexion. So up first is gonna be my two favorite holy grail primers, which is the One Size Makeup Magnet Primer and the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. So for the One Size, I like to go ahead and put that where I have enlarged pores and texture. So I'll go ahead and put this on, but I don't use it by itself because it can be very drying. So I go ahead and combat that with my Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. And this really allows my skin to be really hydrated and smooth without disturbing that primer. And I just get this full filter kind of look to my skin, which I am so here for it. If you guys have these two products in your collection, do not sleep with them. Try my method and let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments below. Alright guys, you guys already know I can't do any look without color corrector, so I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty color corrector in the color Peach. I'm just going to go ahead and color correct anywhere I have discoloration, which is predominantly under my eyes, around my mouth, any shadowing of the skin. So I wanted to give you guys a before and after. If you guys cannot see that before, you guys are missing out. Like, I'm literally showing you guys the shadow completely gone. So that means that whatever concealer you put on, you're putting on very minimal, because you already have that brightening effect with the color corrector. Listen, I can go into color corrector and why you need it, but it truly is comes down to preference. I just find that it really does make a difference when you're looking at someone as well as in photos. Alright guys, so jumping into foundation, I pulled this bad boy from the archives. This is the Hourglass Ambient Cream Foundation, and y'all, this is a cult favorite. My skin, the weather is getting very dry in New York, and I don't want my skin to be dry. My skin has been just on its best behavior, so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna use anything dry at the moment. So that's why I went in with this cream foundation. And then of course I pulled another one, another product from the archives, which was my TooFaced Born This Way concealer. Y'all know I love this concealer. It is an OG but a goodie. Like, stop playing. And then of course, to set my under eyes, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty baking powder in the color Pound Cake, and of course one of my holy grail powders to set the remaining part of our face, which is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Pressed Powder. Y'all, I love this powder. It just gives you, it's definitely giving one size dupe. It gives that buttery smooth finish, and I'm so here for it. Alright guys, to add some dimension to our face, we are going to use the Fenty Beauty bronzing palette. I believe this was limited edition. I went on the website I think 2 weeks ago looking for it, and they did not have it, so I just want to mention that to you guys. So up next is going to be the Juvias Place Blush Rose palette in volume 2. Y'all, I'm not even going to hold y'all, I was definitely having a Tatanisha moment. I could not put down the blush brush, okay? I was just going for it. Honestly, she makes blush look amazing, and I was definitely inspired by my girl to go ahead and put on the blush, and I was here for it. Okay, stop playing. Alright guys, so up next is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Noctilucent palette, and I am using the shade Phenomena. This is that pink highlighter, and when I tell you, do you see that shine? Stop playing, okay? Stop playing, because I was here for this. Oh my god, Blend Bunny Cosmetics, y'all sleeping on them. I truly love them. Shout outs to Blend Bunny. Alright guys, so going back into the palette, we are going to go into, again, First Man. I am going to go ahead and just pull out my liner. I'm doing almost like a double eyeliner moment, and then of course I am doing my inner flick as well. You guys know we are here for it all. And then of course I'm going back into another colored base from PLouise, and then I'm going to go into the color Milky Way. I mean, I had to use it. This color is just stunning. The reflex and it's just a dream. Look at that. Look at that. It looked better in person. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like, looking at it, it didn't look as vivid as it did in person. But nonetheless, it is such a beautiful shade with so many dimensional like glitter particles. Ugh, gorgeous. Alright guys, so moving on to the lip portion of the video, I was truly out of frame for this, so I just got a few clips of me applying the lipstick and the lip liner. So the lip liner I did use was the MAC Cosmetics Soar lip liner, and the lipstick that I used was the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, which was very mauve, so I did take a little bit of a white concealer and just put it in the middle just to lighten it, because I wanted a nude pink. No gloss today guys in today's video. And then for lashes, we are going to use the best of the best Popsylashes in my favorite style, which is the style Boss. If you guys haven't tried Popsylashes, you guys are truly missing out. Look at the just look at the way it makes your eyes stand out. Such a quality lash. If you guys are interested in picking up any of the styles from Popsylashes, I do have a discount code. I do link it in the description bar down below to save some coin off your next purchase. And of course, to finish off this look, I am going to use my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray in the coconut scent to set my face. And I am taking my Diva fan just to dry everything. So if you guys made it to the end, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I had so much fun challenging my artistry in today's video. If you guys aren't already following me on IG, definitely go ahead and give me a follow. We do have an amazing time and amazing community over there. And if you haven't already hit that like button, don't forget to give your favorite homeboy a like. And you guys know I will catch you guys in the next one. Later, guys.